Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have my good friend Emily Miller from Lark Song Travel, and we are celebrating you, Emily, today because you just graduated Careers on Vacation. Are you so excited?
I'm so excited. I can't even believe it.
Oh my gosh, that 12 weeks goes way faster than you think it's going to, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'd heard other people say they went so fast and they wanted to stay in, so I totally understand that.
We get that a lot. We get that. We're like, oh, it's so parting is such sweet sorrow, as Shakespeare said, right? Well,
Yes.
tell everybody, if you would, where you were before finding Careers on Vacation and where your business is now.
Yeah. So before Careers on Vacation, I didn't have a travel business. I was actually a lawyer. And so I was a lawyer for almost 17 years and made a total switch. I think I'd known for a long time that it wasn't a good fit for me, but I don't know why it took that long. But anyway, over a series of coincidental events, I found you and I went into a deep dive of the travel industry and everything. And now I have my own successful travel business.
I love it. That's so
Yeah,
that's huge, right? Oh my gosh. In 12 weeks. You didn't law school's a lot longer. I know that for sure.
a lot longer and a lot more stressful. Yes.
Oh, I'm sure. And I'm sure if you love the law, it's fun, but it's hard to beat how fun travel is.
You can't. Yeah, exactly. It's been so nice to get. I know you talk a lot about, during the course and even in your videos about getting up and being able to do something that you're excited about every day. And it's not, it is. I do that. So,
That's a beautiful thing. What have been your biggest wins or celebrations since taking the program?
well, so I kind of had a whole huge life shift. I completed the program. I think my last day was during the week of November 30th. And then during that week, I quit my 9 to 5 legal job. I launched my business. And since then, I've sold almost $130,000 in
Oh my
travel.
gosh, we're at six-figure sales. You're getting double confetti for that. How exciting. So I know from commission levels and that sales, you've already paid for the course and you are in cash flow positive, and now you know how to do it for the rest of your career. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I mean, I can't even I was telling my husband the other day, I can't imagine trying to do this, being totally new to the industry without a program. I think it would have taken me like 10 years to figure all this stuff. There's so many moving parts. And so it's amazing to me that in, just that short amount of time, I went from nothing to actually doing it. So,
So
yeah,
exciting, and it's just that ramp up period. And I feel like with our program, it's not just a yes, you get to learn how to be a travel agent part, but it really is that on the job. Here's how you actually set up your business in the online marketplace to start delivering leads, and here are the processes and systems that you really need to kind of be able to take off running. And that's one of those things that we really pride ourselves on, because there's not a lot of programs that will help you with that operational piece, much less have humans in there, right, to help you kind of along the way. I love it. Now,
exactly.
you know that mindset and getting you to think like a leader, and your first time having your own business, and maybe you've had other businesses and things like that, but for our students overall, we like to have that mindset element to kind of keep you on track when you're doing this big thing that sometimes can feel overwhelming. How did the mindset work impact you in your life or business as you went through the program?
Yeah, so it actually turned out to be really important. So I will admit that prior to the program, when you would talk, when I'd hear about mindset or affirmations, I was like, oh, woo woo,
Here we go. Woo!
I mean, I'm a fact, just the facts and research and that. But it was so helpful, even coming into a whole new, time of my life and its whole area. Your little affirmation, I still have this. I keep what's one by my
Oh, I love
computer.
it.
It says, I'm now creating the exact life I want.
That's
So,
right. Yeah, I always keep them on my desk too.
yeah, it's so helpful. It seems so silly that this little card would be so helpful, but it has
Mhm.
been. And, Brandon Foster, your mindset expert, I mean, I love that it's so intensive at the beginning of the program because you really, you're excited about doing it. And then you get into it like, oh, what can I do this? And the community is great and the mindset's great.
I love it. Yeah, it's so important. I always tell people, look, that part comes for free. It's like a bonus. So why not? What's it gonna hurt if we lean in? And also, this is, when I came into the industry, you would graduate out and you would work with a whole bunch of people. There'd be a supervisor down at the end. You could ask questions. In this environment of everybody working from home or while we travel, you don't have that same structure. So having the tools where you don't feel so isolated, and what do I do when I have a bad day, or what do I do when I'm feeling overwhelmed? One, you can plug into the grad community, but two, these are some tools I can help coach myself through those things, because you've done the big thing, you've launched the business, but then there's another layer you want to get to and another size you want to get to. You have to keep challenging yourself on that side. So I'm glad that you leaned into it and took the pieces that worked for you. That's a whole goal. Now, a lot of people that watch these case studies, they're really on the fence, like, should I start with Careers on Vacation? Is this a thing for me? You've been now behind the curtain, you know how it works. What would you want to tell people about, you went through the experience of like wondering what it was like to being inside. What would you want people to know about how we help them once they're inside the program?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, everything that you talk about in your videos is totally real. And once you get in there, I mean, you're instantly plugged into this group of people. And like, as you're learning and doing, so like, as you're setting up your social media, as you're doing this, if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing, you can plug in and people are right there telling you and coaching you. And it's fantastic. And I also wanted to point out that, I did the program like while I was working a full-time legal job. So you can totally do it. And I couldn't always make all the, live sessions, but you get the recordings and you don't feel like you're left out because there's that community. So it was totally fine. And
Yeah.
my coach was great and it was great. Yeah, do it.
I love that. Yeah. And you brought up a good point. Most people in our program do have another job. So you do get those on demand sessions, you get the replays of all the calls, but you can plug into that live support group even if you have a full-time job. So no excuses. We have moms of 5 that come through the program, people with full-time jobs, college students, all the things. We've tried to make it in a way where you can fit it in your life. I would recommend probably having a minimum of anywhere from 7 to 10 hours a week to dedicate towards it in order to make good progress as you go through the program, just to use as kind of a baseline. But guys, if you want to learn a little bit more about Careers on Vacation, I invite you to go over and visit us at careersonvacation.com. And there'll be a ton of information about what you get in our program. It will show you a little sneak peek. This is a little sneak peek right here of inside our portal, which you have access even past the point of your active period in the program. And you get to work with real human beings. This is the touch point that most programs don't have. And it's so important as you're setting up your business and as you're learning. And we are filming. We are way over 200 case studies at this point. Go watch some more over on YouTube if you want to find out some other journeys that are out there. When you're ready to apply, go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. And it's just a discovery session with one of our enrollment coaches to understand what your goals are. If it's a match to work together, then we'll talk to you about how to apply for the next available session. But Emily, last question. Would you recommend Careers on Vacation, but specifically from your perspective, why would you recommend it to others?
Yeah, I obviously would recommend it in a heartbeat because it's going to be the fastest way to get from wherever you are to having your own business. I mean, I had nothing, and it would have taken me years to figure out all the puzzle pieces. And like you said, I've already paid it off. It's worth every penny. If you invest in yourself up front, I can't recommend it enough. Just do it.
It's way easier to just do it the right way from the beginning, guys. I know this career is not the same as booking travel for yourself. The industry is way more complicated than it appears. You should know that going in, whether you're working with us or not. But what we've tried to do at Careers on Vacation is make it really a systematic do this, then do this, then do this, and we're going to teach you this. And by the time you get through the program, not only will you have your amazing business, but also the confidence to take forward, which Emily has all the confidence in the world because she's already sold over 6 figures in sales. Woo! So great. And we're going to be watching your success. You're going to have that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now that you know how to do it, we're just going to rinse and repeat that process as you move forward. So I'm so excited to see what you do in the next year for sure. But Emily, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Calling
Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.